Red Sox ace Chris Sale, the Red Sox and the Twins, rather. Red Sox ace Chris Sale was hot again today, striking out 10 against the Twins. With that, Sale becomes just the fourth pitcher to record multiple 6+ game streaks with 10 or more strikeouts. The other three pitchers to do so. Some names you might recognize: Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez, Nolan Ryan. Is Chris Sale the most dominant strikeout pitcher of his generation?
Yes, I would say so. I mean, he's in a conversation, but I think that I think it would be a little disrespectful not to include Clayton Kershaw. But I think Chris Sale, as you saw in that stat, and it's only going to continue. I mean, he's going to get beyond 100 starts in that case, and the fact that he's doing this every single start, it's just difficult. He's the most comparable. I guess the better perspective would be to compare him to being the closest guy to Randy Johnson, which was one of the more unique throwers in the history of the oldest major professional sport in America, where his release point as a lefty feels as if you're throwing it from the first baseline, and I don't think it's going to stop. The point is here, though, 4 runs off 4 hits and 3 walks. Fortunately, he had help. Irvin Santana was undefeated this year. This is the 3rd time in history where he had 2 starters at least 6 starts into the season with an ERA of 1.40 or lower, both of them. And what do we have? We have a 17-6 finish. So he needed a lot of help. This was not a great start for him. And that's a Nolan Ryan-esque type player where you are a flamethrower. Mm-hmm. You strike out 10 plus, but your ERA hurts and your team loses a lot of games. He's on the right team. And, Minnesota has his number. Very few teams, if any, have batted better as a whole against Sale in his entire career. Obviously, they got a lot of experience, as both were in the AL Central for a long time as he was with the White Sox. But I just think that, we saw it with Price and Porcello. It took a year for these superstar pitchers to get accustomed to being a Red Sox and pitching half of their starts in Fenway Park. Not the issue with Sale. Not surprised, because kind of like a golfer that has a complete game, when you ask what type of golf course are they best suited for, all of them. With Sale, I think he's immune to any element, and he should be in the Cy Young conversation. He is right now. Yeah, it's early. He's the front runner.
When we're talking about dominant pitching, he sometimes gets left out of the conversation because it's so Clayton Kershaw heavy. Do you think it is because he allows more runs come around, even though he does strike out 10 like he did tonight?
I mean, in the middle stretch of 15 and 16, it was stellar, not just with the strikeouts. But listen, efficiency should carry a lot of weight in pitching. I mean, striking people out and not getting people on base, that's a huge deal. I think that's why most people say that Sandy Koufax is a better pitcher than Nolan Ryan, even though Koufax gave you 8 quality years and he doesn't have as many strikeouts. Well, it's because very few people got on base. That's the whole point. Keep people from getting into scoring position. So, yes, you walk guys. That means they're 90 feet away from being in scoring position. So, no, I think that Clayton Kershaw is the best pitcher. I think Chris Sale, in a different league where I don't think it's as top-heavy, we've seen a lot more parity in terms of not just the winners of the Cy Young, but who are the contenders once you reach August and September. He will be in the conversation once again. And the fact that he has a better offense right now than he ever had when he was with the White Sox, that means he'll have more W's. Right or wrong, I say it's wrong. W's do influence the Cy Young. And I think because of it, Sale's chances improve.